So I think it's always important that when you have other people that are dependent on you, or at least you have kids to be exact, always keep in mind whatever you're saying, whatever actions, what kind of consequences that might have on your own kid. These past few months, we've talked a lot about Kanye. And we talked about the situation he's dealing with. It seems sometimes he might say unstable things. While talking to people about this topic, one 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 small one small thing was raised to me that we might have not covered during these shows. And that's the great thing about discussing ideas and interacting with other people that look at things from the other angles. The angle we might have not really well we have overlooked is the influence of this whole situation with Kanye on his kids. How does it influence them? I think it's very important for everyone to always keep in mind, if you have kids, to not go too crazy or say things that might influence them or influence others to influence them. With that, what do I mean by that? So, for example, in the case of Kanye, he's talking things that some people might label him as a crazy man. One thing that was pointed out to me, which was a thing I didn't think of, is that kids at school might see Kanye on TV and think it's all good. Then they hear their parents talk about Kanye being crazy. And then the kid goes to school, the same school Kanye's kids go to, and then they bully, or let's say you just make a remark, a backhanded remark towards the kids of Kanye. That is crazy. Before you know it, that kid is a frustrated kid, an isolated kid, because he thinks his dad or her dad is cool, but others bully him, her, with regards to the remarks of his or her dad. So I think it's always important that when you have other people that are dependent on you, or at least you have kids to be exact, always keep in mind whatever you're saying, whatever actions, what kind of consequences that might have on your own kid. Could be for the good, could be for the bad. But you have to be very, very, very just be very careful about how you communicate and how it will influence your kid, because you don't want a frustrated kid who's, let's say, on the downside. I'm not gonna use the word. I don't know if it's censored or not, but the kid is on the downside, doesn't feel that good, and might basically end themselves because of being down. So I'm gonna keep it short. That's my thought of the day. Um, Not very. Usually, I come with the crazy stuff, funny stuff. I think it's a very, very great thought that was raised, and I had to think about, because a lot of times people tend to forget these things. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, KR. Thanks for your random thought of the day. And yeah, that's what it's called. That's why it's called random thought of the day. It's just random. Just doesn't always need to be, ranting or sensational or whatever. So it's just a random thought that is important, or at least that we want to share with each other and, of course, our viewers.
Mhm.